Dan, the Credit Man Willis here, and we're talking about credit cards to build credit. We're going to talk about the 4 tips. The first tip is you need a credit card that will report your account monthly to all three of the credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. This way, when you make on time payments, there will be a record of those payments being made. Here's the deal: unsecured credit cards, these are traditional credit cards where you're given a credit card and you're responsible for payments. It's unsecured. They are going to carry the highest expense. You really have to be careful that you're going to have a APR interest rate of about 20%, all the way up to even 36% for unsecured or even partially secured credit cards. Be very, very, very careful with those. They are very expensive, but they're also going to help your credit report the most. Those accounts are going to be weighted the most. But building credit is not the only path. You need to build credit, and you also need to remove bad credit to really get good credit. Let's talk about secured credit cards, because that's your other option, and this is the option that I would encourage you to use. Secured credit card is going to require you to make a security deposit. You can choose the exact amount, but the typical minimum is about $200 or $300. You make this deposit with a bank, and a lot of big banks offer this. But you make your deposit, and then they extend you a credit card. This credit card will have a little bit lower APR because you've secured the account by making that deposit. And as long as you make on-time monthly payments and don't default, then that security deposit is fully refundable to you. But this account, and you have to check this too, but it will report just like an unsecured account to all three of the credit bureaus. It won't be weighted as much because it will be a little indication that says secured. However, it will still count, and it still will be a very effective tool at building some good credit. Now, here's a little caveat: you have to avoid, often you'll see $500 unsecured quote credit card. These are merchandise shopping and catalog credit cards, like the Horizon credit card, the NetFirst Platinum credit card. They say no credit check. They'll say monthly bureau reporting, singular. You need an account that will report to all three credit bureaus. And the biggest thing is these credit cards, you can't use them at like a retail store. You can't use them at the gas station. So please avoid a catalog, merchandise, or shopping credit card. We would encourage you to use a secured credit card. If you don't have those funds, I would focus on removing some of the negative items and even get a prepaid debit card that'll give you access to a major Visa or MasterCard without having to do a $200 or $300 security deposit today. I would encourage you to use secured later in the future and use a prepaid. I would not suggest an unsecured card. Those expenses are just way more than you have to pay for a credit card. But it's important to know what's best for you. And a couple strategies: if you make a big lump sum payment, whether you have a secured account or an unsecured account, from our understanding, and this is just a rumor, that'll help to improve your credit score. Just the record of you paying a big payment will help to show, hey, this guy, he's in a little bit better financial standing and place in life if he can afford to make big payments. Make sure that you're always paying on time. And the other last thing is try and keep a monthly balance of about 30%. So you'll have, let's say you have $1,000 credit limit, you'd have a monthly balance of about $300. This shows, and one of the big factors when it comes to your credit score is the available credit that you have. That's that other $700 on your credit card that is unused. It's called your utilization ratio, unused available credit. That is a really important factor. So you want to make sure that whatever credit card you get and use, a good way to build some credit and build positive marks on your credit reports is to have available unused credit. So if there's any questions or comments, or if you want to know some more, please visit our article about credit cards to build credit. Link in the description below. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please have a fantastic afternoon and look forward to talking to you again soon.